How'd the call go last night?
How do you think? Closed 9,800 piff. 918 comms made to round off just shy of a 2k day. Out here in Mykonos, day in the life. That's how we do it. What's going on, people? Joe Collison, 24 years old, ex-corporate software sales rep, turned into a full-time high-ticket closer. So probably see my face around before, give you a little bit of context as to who I actually am. So I spent 5 years in software sales, where I worked my way up the ladder, up the corporate ladder, climbing the rat race, on the hamster wheel, pivoted back in January full-time into high-ticket sales after clearing over $11,000 on the side of my corporate role, working evenings, in the mornings, taking calls outside of hours to give myself the base foundation. Then in January 2026, made the full-time transition where I went on to clear over 25,000 in commissions in a single month, and then ever since I've been bouncing from anywhere from 15 to 20k. A little bit about that, day in the life, let's see how we get on. Mate, what the fuck's up with this car?
Connor Martin, lovely parking, as always.
It's time to get a quick pump, little session in the gym here. Where are we at? On Mykonos Wellness. So get a quick session in, non-negotiable every day. Got to train every day. No fat fuckers allowed in remote sales. Could do with being a bit busier in here.
Joe, what does your typical morning look like back in the UK?
Well, I wake up, that helps. Then as soon as I wake up, a bit of breakfast. Late nights every night because I work on US offers, but it's part of the game that I love. Wake up, breakfast, double espresso, straight to the gym. Weights, cardio, get showered up at the gym, get back to my house for like 12 in the afternoon, then start taking calls for the rest of the day. That's where the money's made. So,
Proteins necessary.
it's just essential. Quite eat good. You eat good, you feel good. You feel good, you make fucking money. That's how it works.
Lift weights, close deals. What more do you want from life? Simple as that.
Oh yeah.
We are live. Gym done. Villa. Checking in.
Is this where we're staying here for the next week? Huh?
Yeah, we're here till Monday night. Then me and Fenny have got one more night. Need to sort out a gaff where we're going to stay. But yeah, post up here, take some calls, have it off. Villa party maybe. Sit.
Fine, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Stop flirting.
First things first.
First thing first, I'm a British.
So let's check the view.
That's such a geezer thing to say. Everyone, oh, could get used to this.
Could get used to it. Better than being at home, innit?
Cool.
It's part of the table, you know, you can put some ice in it and then beers and
Nice.
whatever you like.
Do our little round table discussion here.
We'll fill it up and Connor can use it as a swimming pool.
Is that a big one?
Got bench carrying this basket, don't I?
Right, Joe's just giving everyone bait. So when did you get into
So
the industry?
I joined Capital Closer at like the end of May and got my first role. I dragged my feet a little bit. No hiding from that.
Why'd you drag your feet? For those watching that are in corporate.
Do you know what? It's a good question because I didn't really see the opportunity. I think you really see the opportunity when you make your first bit of commission.
Yeah.
First deal I ever closed was 1,500 ticket size and I made 150 quid. It's an insignificant amount.
Yeah.
But it's just seeing that you can actually make money from it. So the first opportunity I ever got on, me and Treshy, another one of the top performers, was on LinkedIn growth offer, and it was fucking terrible. But then the next offer I went on was a fitness offer where I actually closed some deals. Again, it was shit. But the point I'm getting at is that you need to go through the shit to have a good offer. So many people come into the space and just expect to have opportunities on a plate when you've got to earn your fucking stripes in this game.
Well, then you were on the fitness one for how long? You were on the how long were you on the
I
fitness?
stayed on it for way too long. I stayed on the fitness offer for probably like 2 months.
What was it? 3K?
It was 3k, but I never sold any of the 3k ones. It was 3k for a year or 1,600 for 6 months. So everyone just went for the 6 months. So
how much did you make on that?
mate, I made fuck all. I made like 1,500 quid. And then it wasn't until August that we did the trading launch, the Airbnb,
Oh, yeah.
through sales leaders, that I actually genuinely started to make some decent money
was
alongside
good.
it. Yeah, I think I did like 5.2k in a week,
Yeah,
10 days.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
good, it was solid, and that was the taster. After that, I was like balls to the wall with it. Then I was like, this genuinely works. The commission hit my bank.
Yeah, then Marbella Top Performance Trip,
Yeah.
you were out. How did you then it was then high ticket ecom, right?
Yeah, then I went on to high ticket ecom in October, which is, you know, one of the biggest in the space, most consistent in the space. Went on that, then left that in start of May, just gone. So I mean, I was on that for 8 months, and that was the single offer that got me to clearing 25k in commissions. But yeah, I mean, some shit offers, but you find the right offer, you like forge your skill set out, and you know that's when the real money follows.
And you've got to earn it as well. Like a lot of people, like Joe was in sales, corporate sales for 5 years, right? A lot of people would say, oh, you know, he's a big dog already, like he can just walk in. You can't just walk in to roles that are going to pay you 20, 25, 30, 40,000 a month immediately. Most part, you get on a role that probably does, you know, 2, 4, 8k a month, part-time, then you land your big one further down the line through your network and relationships. And Joe, like at the click of a finger, he's like, look, you want to move on from the next one, and literally just because of the connections of the network he now has, he can get on a role that's going to make him 15, 20, 25, 30, 40,000 a month in the next 2-3 months.
Sweet. Just getting ready to hop on a call. Had one booked in. Not taking many out here at the minute. Now we're in Mykonos, but the nice thing about it is that I don't have all the stress over my head of like thinking about having to work. It's set on my time. Like, look, I could take no calls, but open my diary up for a little bit. So we're going to take some calls before we head to Zuma for some dinner tonight. So as you can see here, you're probably wondering like, how does it look? But this is my calendar. I'm in full control of it. So I set my time, block out when I want calls, when I don't want calls, and you can see here blocked out from 5 till 10. And then I have a call in 10 minutes time. After that, we get back from dinner, one more call. So 2 calls today, nothing crazy. Also, to give you context to show how the calls are booked into your calendar, look, if you come here and have a look, this is where the calls come into the Discord, which is where everything comes into. So you've not got to spend, like in my corporate sales job, we spend so much time in my day on Salesforce through different CRMs and systems and softwares, that it's just like a waste of time. Like if I actually put the time that I spent on Salesforce in my pipeline into selling, then I would have made so much more money. But the nice thing about coming into the remote world is that you have warm inbound leads booked onto your calendar. No prospecting, no cold calling. They're landed on your calendar pre-qualified. They're there to speak to you about a problem. So yeah, call in 10 minutes, keep you updated how that goes. But yeah, I'm sure that there'll be a nice commission off the back of that one. Cool, good call, objectionless, as you can see here. Blur out his credit score and his address and stuff, but at the bottom, but you can see 9,800 closed on Clarity Pay.
Share the breakdown of how like lucrative it is, obviously from a financing standpoint, like leveraging that, because a lot of people think like, you know, how are you on a 45-minute, hour-long call getting 10, 15, 20k off someone?
I mean, the nice thing about it is that, like, again, not every, you know, the most part of why people want to work with you is generally to generate more money. So they don't have $10,000 or pounds lying around. So we work with some really great financing partners that will allow the prospect to break it down and get started with like a smaller amount. Always go for like initially try and close with full cash, right? It's better. It's always better business practice to do that. But the financing options make it far more accessible to get with people, and some of the opportunities you get with Capital Closer, some of the better opportunities have better relationships with financing partners. Like for example, we work with 4 different financing partners on my offer. Some of the offers that don't have the backing, the consistency and the scale behind them won't have that level of financing available, which literally just makes it easier for me to collect more cash. So the more cash I can squeeze out of prospects through financing, ultimately the more money I'm going to make. So yeah, good call. See how I get on the one later on today. But that'll be 2 calls today. $980 made so far in commission. Let's go. Something. Like there was no way I wasn't making something happen. But like
Didn't you try a few things? I remember when I was
I've fucking done
like,
all sorts.
Mate, I can see you fucking being an
such a dirty
It
guy.
wasn't even fucking OnlyFans management. I was doing OnlyFans. Nah, I would have done something 100%. Like, but again,
Try a few. Did you try a few?
I fucking no, I never really like actually tried anything. I tried to get into Airbnb, just like too much capital,
Oh, yeah, you said property,
too many
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
moving parts, and then it was like all my plan was always to go into property.
Yeah, I remember.
But like the reality of it is like I'm never going to learn to fucking. Initially, when you're getting going, you need plumbers, electricians, people that are going to come in, do all the work, rip it out, so you can make the money. A, you lose all your money there.
Yeah.
But B, that's a completely new skill that I've got to learn. To be honest, man, I don't want to fucking be a plumber.
Yeah, so long.
Like, yeah, it's just long, and it's something I don't want to do.
No.
And then you've got to learn how to be an electrician. I mean, if you're already going down that avenue, then fine, but I wasn't. So to utilise a skill that I already had, it just made sense.
Yeah.
Why the fuck wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And then you realise you make 500 quid a month when it's all said and done.
Yeah, well,
For
that's
what?
For
For the property.
Oh yeah,
Just
mate,
don't
you
make
make
the money.
fuck all.
We just, it's like there's more moving parts, you know what I mean? There's margins, whereas like when you look at like working as a remote sales rep, it's
Well, you
100% margin, isn't it?
You need cash flow and capital.
Yeah.
Like, you need 50, 100, 150, 200 minimum to play with. And even then you're making 500 quid a month. It's nothing. If you work out the pathway, how long it would take you to get to 10 grand a month net, 10 grand a month profit net in property, it would take you like 15, 20, 25 years. And hundreds, maybe even millions. Like, it's just so like long, boring, the legalities, you got to be careful, like you could get fucked because you've done something illegal. So yeah, property's just, you've got to sort your cash flow first, then you can do the investments. There's no point making 3, 4, 5 K a month.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just fucking pathetic.
Your way to being rich from a corporate sales job either.
No.
So I mean, it's never going to happen.
And they think, oh, stocks, ISAs, bonds. Mate, you're putting fucking $1 grand a month in. Like, are you
I'm making
fucking-
8%.
Yeah. How about
Fucking
you?
80 quid a
How about
month.
you sort the fucking cash flow out, my friend? It's almost like dating, right? It's like going, you know, your girlfriend's cheating on you and be like, oh, do you know what? Like, you know, maybe I'll let her cheat on me, you know, only a few times a year, or maybe, you know, maybe I'll let it go or whatnot. Mate, how about you solve the core issue, get a fucking new girlfriend, and then it'll be alright. Then you won't have to worry about that bullshit.
Call?
What's it got to do with you?
We'll see how it goes in the morning.
Yeah, no, I've got a call now. That's one of the day. Taking 2 today. Just been for some dinner at Zuma. Long day, but yeah, one more call. I've already spoke to this prospect before, so this guy will definitely close to round it off for a 2k day. Don't know how long the call's going to last for, but stay tuned. I'm sure there's going to be another 10k payment landing that I can show you guys.
Joe,
Talk to me.
how'd the call go last
How
night?
do you think? Closed. You want some evidence?
Let's see it, let's see it.
Here we go. You see that there? You see the date, the time?
Yeah.
9800 piff. 918 comps made to round off just shy of a 2k day. Out here in Mykonos, day in the life. That's how we do it.
Right, okay, so you've obviously just seen a day in the life there of Joe on our quarterly top performer trip out here in Mykonos, doing just under 2k in comms in a day. However, if you're currently in sales and looking to get into remote sales, or this is the first time you've heard of remote sales and you're in sales, Joe literally went from being in software sales as an account manager at 23 years old, doing 4, 5, 6k a month net take home after tax. So doing well, earning decent in the corporate world environment, you know, doing very well. Made the pivot into remote sales, and fast forward 1 year is clearing 20 to 25,000 a month selling remotely. But at the same time, Joe's seen the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in the middle regarding remote sales. So what I think, just before we round off, would be valuable for you guys is for Joe to give you some context as to genuinely what he would say to anyone who's looking to get into remote sales. You know, what really the roadmap looks like, the process, what he would have done to do it sooner, and everything else in between. So you can have context and actually make a decision whether this is going to make sense for you.
Yeah, ask yourself, why are you thinking about it? Like, what's going on behind the scenes to make you think about even making a pivot? Because it's not so much about making the move, but why you make the move. For me specifically, like, you've probably heard my story multiple different times now, but I'd moved out of my house. As Connor said, I was making 3, 4, 5, 6, even sometimes 7k a month after tax in corporate sales. But for me, it wasn't enough. I knew there was a ceiling. I went to Barbados on holiday with my girlfriend, and we walked by a hotel. The hotel was Sandy Lane. Now, I knew if I ever wanted to stay in that hotel, that I needed to change vehicle. I was never ever going to be able to stay in a hotel that cost 20, 25,000 a week in the vehicle that I was in. That was never going to happen, and I wasn't okay with that. Right, I wasn't okay that there was some things in the world that are not accessible to me when I knew I had the capability of getting there. So for me, the biggest thing and biggest advice I can give to anyone that's thinking about getting into remote sales and making the pivot away from corporate sales is think why you want to do it, and also think about what's holding you back. I think the thing is, look at yourself and genuinely ask yourself, be honest, and say, are you happy with where you're at the minute? Are you genuinely satisfied and happy, you personally, with where you're at the minute? And if not, why haven't you made a change? Why haven't you made a change sooner, and what's holding you back? Because ultimately, there's only one thing that's stopping you between getting from where you are and where you want to be, and that's yourself, right? You're probably no different to me, neither is anyone else, right? I'm no different to Lewis Miller, I'm no different to Tom Fenney, no different to all these top reps that are in the space earning 30, 40, 50, 60, 70,000 a month. The only difference is the vehicle that they're in, and the skill set that they have is the biggest difference. My biggest advice is action. That's it.